The Dominica State College hosts its 2015 orientation ceremony. Prime Minister Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit says the recent tariff on cigars, alcohol and sweets may again be reviewed, and one more centenarian for the Southeast. Thank you for joining us on another edition of National Focus. I'm Jarna Hector.
And I'm Mervin. Stay with us for details of these and other stories after the break.
Thanks for staying with us. Over 300 young people from across the island are beginning the next stage of their education journey. The Dominica State College hosted its 2015 orientation ceremony under the theme #ReadyForDSC, #Orientation2015, #JustLoveMyDSC. Frederica James of the Board of Governors of the DSC welcomed the new students.
You will be nurtured into caring, intelligent, independent, and non-judgmental individuals. You will be nurtured and empowered to be good communicators and good assessors of any situation. Because you and your parents have made the right choice, you will be molded into individuals who will enjoy healthy physical, mental, and spiritual well-being. Your studying skills will be improved as you proceed, and so will your grades. The Dominica State College will of course afford you skills needed to navigate through the storms of life so that you will enjoy the luxuries life has to afford you.
The Honorable Minister for Education and Human Resource Development, Peter Seja, is impressed with the number of students who are furthering their education at the DSC.
This, I recognize, is another milestone in your academic career. I am indeed thrilled because it signals that another group of Dominican students is now well on its way to being equipped with the skills and the knowledge that you will require to venture into the world and make a success of the Dominican story.
The minister told the freshmen that the government of Dominica will ensure that DSC graduates leave with a sense of accomplishment.
I believe that DSC provides every young Dominican the opportunity to access careers and to ensure that they succeed at these careers in a globally competitive environment.
DSC Registrar Denise Edwards encouraged students to not only embrace every challenge, but to turn them into opportunities.
Similar to embarking on a trail of our famous national trail, you should expect to be challenged for the duration of your experience. There are many challenges you will face, ranging from personal to institutional. If I were to ask you to identify these challenges, the responses would be as individualized as each of you. Challenges as, how am I going to finance my education? Or how do I get home after these late classes would be on the list. Some of these challenges would be very personal and may not even be verbalized. This morning, I have neither the time nor the desire to provide you with the recipe of how to face the many challenges. What I will do is to have you focus on some of these, since a recognition of your challenges is always the first step to successfully overcoming them, to changing them from challenges to opportunities, from obstacles to stepping stones.
In other news, the Honorable Minister for Commerce, Enterprise and Small Business Development, Rosalind Paul, says the sector continues to realize tremendous success. Following the 2014-2015 general elections, the Dominica Labour Party administration instituted the Ministry of Commerce, Enterprise and Small Business Development. Honorable Paul says this was a profound demonstration of government's focus on enterprise and industry. She says within the last year, much has been achieved.
The private sector continues to make a significant contribution to GDP, recording about 84% and 83% in the years 2013 and 2014 respectively. This data provides some insight as to the contribution of small enterprise, since most businesses in Dominica are small enterprises. The micro and small business sector has proven itself in terms of its continued contribution to national development, but indeed has further potential to create and expand employment and wealth, alleviate poverty, develop entrepreneurial skills, enhance market opportunities, and encourage export and import substitution.
The Honorable Minister listed some of government's investments.
Over the past terms, our government has been providing funding and technical support, not only through available resources within the Small Business Support Unit, but at the National Development Foundation of Dominica, the Aid Bank, and through the Dominica Youth Business Trust. Small business support by the ministry has facilitated disadvantaged persons in terms of access to credit and have allowed them to take necessary risks. A position in which members of the Kalinago community may find themselves, many single women, young people, and otherwise underprivileged persons. And this has made tremendous impact on enterprise development and on the lives of ordinary people.
Honorable Paul says plans for the sector will be achieved in this new financial year.
During this financial year, the ministry will also, through consultation, development, legislation and policies for micro, small and medium enterprises, improve public-private sector partnerships, collaborate for implementation of an action plan for expanding manufacturing and agro-industry, and provide support to emerging cottage industries, garment industries, and creative industries. The ministry will also be implementing a program of business acceleration through hand-holding and mentoring that is expected to lead at least 10 to 12 selected small businesses to the level of export readiness. There's also $4 million for investments in livestock and poultry. So while it's agriculture, it's agribusiness. There's $500,000 government budgetary allocation towards the development of music and cultural industries. And so you would see there are also concessions that support activities in the tourism industry.
In the previous financial year, over 300 nationals island-wide benefited from financial and technical support from the government in the area of small business enterprise, the majority of which were women. A total of 220 new businesses were established, while 81 existing businesses expanded. Honorable Paul encourages nationals to take advantage of opportunities made available by the DLP government. The Honorable Minister was addressing a town hall meeting in the Kalinago territory earlier this month.
The Honorable Prime Minister has defended government's decision to increase tariffs on alcohol and cigarettes. At a town hall meeting in the Roseau Valley last week, Prime Minister Skerrit said he will not sympathize with those who will be directly affected by this increase. As a matter of fact, Honorable Skerrit said he may not yet be finished with the actions to curb these life-threatening habits.
All available evidence indicates that smoking and excessive drinking are harmful to our health. Yet too many Dominicans are picking up both vices and displaying the practice as a badge of honor. I honestly do not think, as Minister for Finance, I am finished with my actions to deter the proliferation of smoking and excessive drinking in Dominica. If what we have done so far does not have the desired effect, I will revisit the issue again, perhaps even before the next budget address.
The Honorable Prime Minister says he in no way plans to infringe on the rights of citizens to engage in smoking or alcohol consumption. However, his actions are also intended to reduce the cost to the state.
When I reflect on the millions of dollars that certain lifestyle diseases are costing Dominica, I cannot and will not sit silent and allow such unhealthy practices to escalate without introducing measures to curb it. The same goes as well for the sugar rush. Not only are we destroying our children's teeth, but the majority of people are prone to hypertension, diabetes, among other NCDs. And the cost of these to the state each year is astronomical.
In the 2015-2016 national budget, government approved the 10% excise rate increase on cigars, cigarettes, alcoholic beverages, energy drinks, sweet snacks, and sweet drinks. You're watching National Focus. Coming up, the Southeastern District adds one more centenarian to its list. Stay with us.
Children, remember, adults should not ask you to keep secrets that make you feel uncomfortable.
For more information on child abuse or to report suspected cases on child abuse, contact the Social Welfare Division on 33 Great Marlborough Street or call 266-3020 or 266-3080.
Welcome back. Public education and proper highway etiquette is one of the goals of the soon-to-be-introduced Highway Improvement Levy. In his 2015-2016 budget address to the nation, the Honorable Minister for Finance and the Prime Minister, Roosevelt Skerrit, informed of government's intention to introduce an annual fee for motorists, which will go towards maintaining the island's road network. While addressing a town hall meeting in Roseau Valley last week, the Honorable Prime Minister reiterated that some of those funds will be used to educate motorists to adopt international standard practices. The Prime Minister says that tourism is a key plan of Dominica's economic existence, and so unacceptable common practices of local motorists must be stopped.
Simple things like stopping and chatting or parking around a blind corner, traveling at excessive speeds, especially in areas frequented by visiting drivers, leaving children and pets unattended in a vehicle, not wearing seat belts, whether driving or as a passenger, playing music so loudly you cannot hear the approach of another vehicle, far less the siren of the police, fire, or ambulance vehicle. There's also the issue of throwing litter from vehicles, driving through rain and splashing pedestrians, and operating vehicles without well-functioning lights, whether at the back or the front of the vehicle. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to improve our road etiquette in this country.
The Prime Minister took time to encourage motorists to adhere to the new practices that will be promoted through the upcoming public education campaign. He says the highway levy is not so much about the revenue that will be collected, but it is intended to highlight and promote the responsibility and civic-mindedness of citizens.
And the community of Dalis is home to yet another centenarian. Philomene de Gallery, better known as Mador, who turned 100 on Thursday, August 20th, celebrated her birthday on Sunday with a church service at the La Roche Roman Catholic Church. In attendance was His Excellency the President, Charles Savre, and Mrs. Savre, and the Honorable Parliamentary Representative for the Laplin constituency, Peter Seja. His Excellency the President had this congratulatory message for Mador.
On behalf of the government and people of the Commonwealth of Dominica, and on behalf of Mrs. Sovereign and myself, I wish to extend to you my congratulations and good wishes on the occasion of the celebration of your 100th birthday, which you attained on Thursday, the 20th of August, 2015. May the good Lord continue to bless you.
Mador's nephew, Dalton, has been her caretaker for many years. He is honored to be able to take care of his aunt.
What I realized, when she lost her husband, she felt there was no other alternative. And I had to stand by her side. It was very strong. Every day I think of that because she didn't know how she could have buried him. But I had the way and the ability and to really bring her through it. I'm glad to be her son. Yes. I'm glad to stand up there and see when she reaches 100 years. I am part of it to make her achieve it. Yes. It hurts my heart because while many times I tried to leave her, but I couldn't leave her. But to this day I understand her because the patient, that's what I have to tell people, no matter what. Forget the riches, forget the money, forget the silver and gold, but think of life. Think of someone who cried out for help and try to reach out to them. And that's what I did, you know.
His Excellency Charles Savre was moved by the testimony of Mador's nephew Dalton and honored him for the work he continues to do to take care of his aunt.
I believe although today really is Mrs. the Gallery's anniversary, today is also a day when we should give recognition to Dalton for the tremendous work he has done in looking after his aunt.
The Honorable Parliamentary Representative is especially grateful for the commitment of young people like Dalton who look after the elderly.
Like he said, he's a young man always in the bush doing his gardening, but Dalton stands committed to ensuring that he does what he has to do to ensure that Mador is well taken care of. And that is the commitment that we want from our young people, from family members, as far as our elders are concerned. That while the state has a responsibility to our senior citizens who have made a meaningful contribution to national development, we must also be cognizant of the fact that the family members have a moral, God-given responsibility to take care of their parents. And Dalton, thank you very much for the work that you are doing with Mador.
Following a heartfelt conversation with Mador on her birthday, Honorable Seja has come to the conclusion that hard work is key to long life.
Work does not degrade an individual. It only makes him a better person. And Mador is a living example of a hard worker who is much better off today than if she had not been involved in that hard work.
Mador, as she is affectionately known, is still capable of doing all of her household chores, including washing, cooking, and cleaning. Presentations were made to Mador from the President as well as from the Honorable Parliamentary Representative and on behalf of the Honorable Minister for Social Services, Catherine Daniel. Mador brings the number of centenarians in the Southeast to 6. And that's the English news. McPherson St. Luce is next with the Creole highlights.
Alors tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole, non moins c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, travail bien formidable qui continue à se chimer habitants Carom. Mam parlement pour Saint Joseph, Honorable Kelvin Darrow, visité le projet de la semaine passée.
Avec ça, nous tenons deux contractors. Ils ont fait ça qui est shoulder blading et puis clearing. Ils ont préparé pour faire tout le travail ça là. Et puis aujourd'hui là, nous commençons. Et puis ça va moi en bon chef. Plus nous qui travaillons là. Et puis ces femmes là, ils disent c'est ça nous pouvons faire. Plus les mêmes visites ces femmes là. Elles veulent parler et puis ces femmes là. Ils ont dit, mais par exemple, nous bousons chemin là. Et puis, me parler en route, me parler pour ces femmes là. Et puis, je dis là, nous avons commencé le travail là. Ouais, Ouais, le qui a monté là, il y a un job project en bas là. Et puis ça c'est un autre contracteur qui a commencé le projet ça là. Et puis nous avons dit merci.
On a une nouvelle travail pour Bawi Health Center Bagatelle Cap en place. Mon parlement, honorable Dr. Kenneth Darrow, visité l'occasion la semaine passée.
Aussi, qu'on a fencing pour sécurité place là, Cap en place. Donc, espérons que le travail ça là qui finit dans l'autre mois prochain, et c'est mon que ça vient Health Center. Si vous camarades, c'est mon cas servi actuellement, just next door, nous gouvernement rent en private home pour ces mois qui travaillent dans la Health Center ça là. So mon espère que dans mois aider que tout ça qui fini que nettoyer place et nos là c'est mon bagatelle qui ni Health Center yo am vivre.
Monsieur Denison Skerrit, c'est contracteur à ce projet là.
Comme c'est Health Center bagatelle nous nous avons reconditionné, nous avons réparé, il était besoin de petits bagages, il était des petits problèmes électriques avec l'eau, il était flood. Pour ça, tout à présent, nous avons fait réparation et il partait quand il y a besoin, nous avons mis fence là pour faire un manière plus sécure pour nos là qui avaient été là, des autres docteurs qui sont venus pour servir ces gens là. Il y a 7 semaines. À peu près 7 semaines. Nous avons regardé dans 2 semaines pour nous faire rien. Parce que nous parlons de la faire top temps, parce que plus temps au service, là c'est plus l'argent qu'à dépenser à aller. Nous allons essayer, si nous avons fini ça plus vite que possible. Pour que ces gens même envie de venir là, ils venir à la place là. On pas de gens qui passent garder, mais nous les finissons pour ça taper service là.
Combien de monde nous
employés? Actuellement, nous sommes 6, mais nous commençons avec 10 personnes. Là, on commence à poser plus la même, mais on va faire, mais on a moins de bagages pour faire, on a besoin de moins de monde.
On a une nouvelle ministre commodité qui a travaillé bien formidable pour avancer manière produit Dominica qui était payé pour la place de Walla. Parole ça sorti au ministre commodité, honorable Ian Douglas. Honorable Douglas fait parole qui l'occasion Park Houses, Roseau et puis Guantas, qui peut ouvrir tout de suite, qui facilite ça. Selon le ministre Douglas, le gouvernement voulait faire certains qui produits qui can aller à la place là, qui jouent un standard international. Il dit qu'il travaille et puis Bureau of Standard pour développer un programme de certification à l'occasion habitant, ça fait un système pour bon management de ces produits là. Le gouvernement aussi déjà traîné 20 inspectors pour travailler à ces occasions et puis aussi en ces park houses là. Et puis finalement, le gouvernement Dominica a bâti une station agricole en territoire Kalinago. Parole celle-là sur le ministre Kalinago, honorable Cassius Dero.
Nous déjà identifié morceau terre pour station ça là. Mon agriculture avec ministry Kalinago affairs ensemble avec Kalinago chief avec councillors déjà gardé morceau terre. Mon land and service já venu déjà servi morceau terre ça là. Avec ça nous espérer actuellement c'est pour nous pour chef Kalinago identifier ces gens qui ont occupé morceau terre ça là pour nous savoir qui manière nous compenser eux. Mais ça moi que voulais voir pour agricultural station ça là c'est pour gens qui immediate environment là pour ça incorporate programme agricultural station là, pour ça complémenter ça nous a fait parce que bien que fait gestion pour nous tirer yo et même instant yo que ça participer so nous voulons yo incorporated dans ça nous a fait.
Messieurs mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelle en Creole pour à présent. Non moins c'est McPherson St. Luce. Au revoir.
Coming up next, 2 ways to use hydrogen peroxide in your home.
Child abuse is unacceptable. Child abuse is not cultural, it is criminal. And one child abuse is one too many.
For more information on child abuse or to report suspected cases on child abuse, contact the Social Welfare Division on 33 Great Marlborough Street or call 266-3020 or 266-3080.
Besides disinfecting small wounds and whitening your teeth, you can also use hydrogen peroxide to control mold and mildew in your home. Just spray hydrogen peroxide on areas where mold and mildew are present to stop fungal growth and remove discoloration.
You can also use it to wash your fruits and vegetables and make them safe to eat. Spray fruits and veggies with hydrogen peroxide and let them soak for a minute or two before rinsing in clean water to remove dirt, wax and other contaminants.
And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm.
Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica, and follow our Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. From all of us here on the GIS News Desk, I'm Mervin Matthew.
And I'm Jarna Hector. Thank you for watching and join us again next time on National Focus.